A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. You make mistakes. Mistakes don't make you. Perfectionism reduces creativity and innovation. Life is the C between B and D. Remember that your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. Conscious awareness is the first part to solving a problem. To sum it up, passion is what lights you up inside. One step in a better direction can completely change your destination. You can learn to unlimit and expand your mindset, your motivation, and your methods to create a limitless life. When you do what others won't, you can live how others can't. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Block out at least 15 minutes each day for reading and put it in your calendar like an important appointment. Commit to making reading part of your daily habit. Pain can be your teacher, if you use it and not let it use you. Use pain to drive you to make things happen. Being limitless is a choice, and that choice is entirely yours, regardless of your circumstances. You can choose to give up this power, but why would you when you know that you can truly live a life without barriers? What I have come to find over my years of working with people is that most everyone limits and shrinks their dreams to fit their current reality. New belief: there is no such thing as failure. Only failure to learn. It may seem as if it would take superhuman capabilities to keep up with the demands of our current reality. But you already have a hidden superpower: your brain. Some people who claim to have 20 years of experience have 1 year of experience that they've repeated 20 times. Much of the technology available to us today is so new that we don't know the level at which we need to control our interaction with it. You don't rise to the level of your expectations, you fall to the level of your training. The primary enemy to focus is distraction. The treasure you seek is in the work you're avoiding. All behavior is driven by belief, so before we address how to learn, we must first address the underlying beliefs we hold about what is possible. The human brain does not learn as much by consumption as it does by creation. It's not how smart you are, it's how you are smart. We all have vast potential inside of us, untapped levels of strength, intelligence, and focus, and the key to activating these superpowers is unlimiting yourself. You get to decide what kind of environment your superpower lives in. One that supports your mission in life or one that distracts you from your greatest dreams. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Before each reading, take a few minutes to talk about or write what you remember from the previous reading. Remember that we tend to remember that which we create. Genius is not born, it's made through deep practice. Your time is one of your greatest assets. It's the one thing you can't get back. The life you live are the lessons you teach. Be limitless. I will see it when I believe it. If our mindset is not aligned with our desires or goals, we will never achieve them. All of us can be the heroes of our own story, dipping into the well of our potential every single day and never having that well run dry. But so few of us approach our lives this way. When you are experiencing positive emotions like joy, contentment, and love, you will see more possibilities in your life. Mistakes don't mean failure. Mistakes are a sign that you are trying something new. Our most precious gift is our brain. It is what allows us to learn, love, think, create, and even to experience joy. It is the gateway to our emotions, to our capacity for deeply experiencing life, to our ability to have lasting intimacy. It allows us to innovate, grow, and accomplish. When you learn new ways how to learn, the challenge of learning new things can be fun, easier, and more enjoyable. In an era of autonomously driven electric cars and vehicles capable of taking us to Mars, our education system is the equivalent of a horse and carriage. You're being lied to. Constantly. Sometimes by yourself. We are all subject to an endless stream of misinformation about our constraints to our capabilities, and we receive this information so often that most of us have no other choice than to believe it. If learning is making new connections, then remembering is maintaining and sustaining those connections. People who know their purpose in life know who they are, what they are, and why they are. And when you know yourself, it becomes easier to live a life that's true to your core values. If you're struggling to find motivation to learn, or to accomplish anything else in your life, there is a good chance you haven't uncovered the why of the task. The greatest task we have in life is to share the knowledge and skills we accumulate. To remember any new piece of information, you must associate it with something you already know. Notice the difference it makes when you turn knowledge into power. Finding your passion is about giving yourself novelty and putting yourself in a new environment to see what lights you up. Our background and circumstances may have influenced who we are, but we must be accountable for who we become. Reasons that are tied to your purpose, identity, and values will sufficiently motivate you to act, even in the face of all of the daily obstacles that life puts in your way. If the villain was weak, there would be nothing to vanquish, and no need for the hero to rise to greatness. Give a person an idea, and you enrich their day. Teach a person how to learn, and they can enrich their entire life. Creating the life you want can be scary. But you know what's scarier? Regret. One day we will take our final breaths and not one of other people's opinions or your fears will matter. What will matter is how we lived. If we believe that it's not possible to improve, then in reality it won't be possible to improve. Every now and then a man's mind is stretched by a new idea or sensation, and never shrinks back to its former dimensions. Our brains are what separate us from the rest of the animal kingdom. Staying connected may make us feel more secure, but it doesn't make us happier. The brain doesn't learn through consumption, it learns through creation. As your body moves, your brain grooves. For a moment, acknowledge and honor all that you are instead of all that you are not. Who you spend time with is who you become. Finding a positive peer group of people who challenge you and who are smarter than you will help you become a real-life superhero. We need to understand how our minds work so we can work out minds better. If knowledge is power, learning is your superpower.